Hi everyone, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to actually create the Amazon EC2 instance that we're going to be using and apply the security group that we created in the last video to it. Let's get started. First, let me get out of your way here, and let's go ahead and bring up a browser, and let's log into our AWS account. We want to go back to the EC2 area. So again, we can search for EC2 up here in the search bar, or if we've already been to it, it will show up here in AWS services down here underneath recently visited services. So we can click on it there. Now where we want to go is we want to go into instances. So here, so if your instances is not opened up, just click on the triangle and click on instances. Okay. Now what we want to do here is we want to launch an instance. So we'll click on this button here. Now what we need to do is to choose an Amazon machine image. Okay. In this case, I'm going to go down and choose one that is an Ubuntu image, but one that is free tier eligible. And if you take a look on AWS, they'll have a lot of products that are free tier eligible. Those are products that are either free to test out and use for a certain amount of time, or they're products that may be free forever. There are some products that way. There are also products that you have to pay for. So just kind of pay attention to all those different things when you're signing up for things so you know what you're getting. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here and let me find, here we go. Here's an Ubuntu image. It's free tier eligible. That's perfect. Over here, 64-bit x86. That's fine. And let me go ahead and click on select there. So again, we're going to select this Ubuntu image to launch for this instance. And click on select. Okay. Now I need to choose an instance type. And for this test, this example, I'm going to use this T2 micro instance. You can see it's also free tier eligible. Okay, so that's selected. I'll click on next to configure the instance details. In here, there's really nothing that we need to adjust. We can use the defaults. So if I click next to add storage, here again, there's nothing I need to adjust. These defaults are just fine. I can click next to add tags. I really don't want to add any tags. So I can click next to configure the security group. Now here, what I want to do is I want to apply that existing security group that we already created in the last video to this instance. So to do that, what I'll do is here underneath assign a security group, I'll click on select an existing security group. Okay, and then we'll see all the security groups that I have in my account. The one that we created in the last video is this video underscore FC6A plus underscore SG. So I want to go ahead and select that. And here again, you can see the two rules that we had created for that security group. That's what I want. So I'll click review and launch. Okay. And this just kind of goes over what we'd selected, the Ubuntu image. It's on a T2 micro instance, and it's using the security group that we created in the last video. That's what I want. Let's go ahead and click launch. And it's going to ask us to either choose an existing key pair, which we did, we created one in the last video, or if we hadn't done that, we could create a new key pair right here. Well, I want to choose an existing key pair, and I want to choose the one we created in the video, which was video underscore FC6A plus underscore key pair. Okay. And there's also a checkbox here that says we acknowledge that we do have access to that file, which we do. It was downloaded for us, and we checked that it was in our downloads folder. So we're going to need that file to be able to log into this instance. So we got to confirm that, and then click on Launch Instances. Okay. And at this point, our instances are launching now. We can click on the instance ID here to kind of get an idea of what's going on. And you'll see it usually takes a minute or two, but the instance will eventually launch. and then they'll run a status check on it just to make sure that there are no issues with the instance. This can take a minute or two, so we'll go ahead and end the video here, and when we come back we'll check to make sure that the instance is running and that there's no errors, and then we'll go over how to download, install, and configure PuTTY so that we can log into our instance. And there you can see the instance state. The instance is already up and running, which is a good thing. So we'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you for joining, and we hope to see you on the next video.